Got it.
Yes.
Going. Come on, baby. Just go to YouTube here. Give yourself a plug here when we get it on. I'll let you know in a second. And we are live here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this, I am speaking with someone really special. My good friend, Felipe Bosans. He's a certified licensee of the gut sales and success method. And we had a regular appointment, just training. And this guy is so damn smart. Must be because he's so much younger than me.
Because I have a good mentor.
Yeah, well, thank you. See, we're stroking each other. You know, part of the gut system is making other people feel good and creating the environment. And sometimes it's just easy enough by saying thank you or giving a compliment. But let's summarize. You remember you just said a couple brilliant things the first 5 minutes, and I said, hey, we got to share this with other people because it's so brilliant. What was the first thing you said about the recession and all that?
Yeah, I asked you, are we in a recession right now? There's a lot of, like the media, it's going crazy with it.
Yep.
So
they all need this, right?
The boo
interest rates are going up. Oh, gas is expensive and everything. $6.35 a gallon here in San Diego.
$5.45 here in Miami, so it's not that far.
And in Colorado and the other places, I think it's around $4 something, or New Jersey. Because I talk to people all over. And you said, and what was my reply to your, Claude? What do you think about this recession and the panic?
It was genius. You said something very, very true. Who cares?
What I really want to say is, who gives a shit? But I try to keep this,
we want to keep it clean. Keep it clean.
But these are adults, okay? Your kids should be in school, hopefully. Listen, the $1 million rule, a part of the guts philosophy, is that people make decisions emotionally, and we have to keep ourselves from getting sucked into that emotional vortex all the time.
Yeah, we don't want to be like the lemons jumping off the cliff.
Exactly.
We definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah. So can we look at things without getting emotional? We watch TV, we watch the internet, we do our TikTok and everything. We get all these people saying doom and gloom, stock market's going to go down, crypto's going to go down. What are the politicians left and right are attacking each other right now? But what about us? Can we be a little, is it self-centered here? Can we put
100%.
Ourselves first and say, you know what? No matter what happens, good times or bad, I'm going to survive because people need the services and the opportunities that you and I provide. We teach people how to communicate well, how to give good phone. What does Warren Buffett do every time there's a major crash? He buys shit.
He buys stuff, and he's a genius about it. And the reason why, it's because he understands that when everybody's doing SIG, you got to go SAG. That's what you got to do. And you got to seize the opportunity. Like the biggest fortunes are made during the economic downturns.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if there's going to be a recession right now. Of course, you got to be more careful, whatever, but still you focus on what you can control.
Gas can go to $10, $20 a gallon. I'm still going to drive my car. I'm not going to like going to the pump paying that, but I can afford it. My business allows me that. And I've been on this planet a few days. So I've seen the recessions, the depressions, the wars, the things that happen. And it's kind of funny. Some people always seem to do well, good times or bad. They know how to adapt. They know how to change is constant. We said that earlier too. There's always change. Always. We got COVID for 2 years. Everything changed. People still are not going out to restaurants and things like they used to. Things change, but can you change with them? Can you keep a level, mature, logical head when everybody else is going crazy? Okay. Politics, all that stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right now, there's a lot of craziness and the media going, like selling that fear and there's a big herd mentality of like, what's going to happen? The interest rates are going to go up and, and all of this like impending doom that it's happening. But in reality, it's like, what you got to do is that you just have to challenge the assumptions and not follow the herd.
Not follow the herd and use your own logic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Say, you know what?
Exactly.
What that politician says does not make sense. Okay. Don't tell me that you're going to pass your laws and everything. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to vote with my wallet. I'm going to move from your stupid state. If you pass stupid rules, I'm going to leave. Claudia and I have lived in New York, New Jersey, Texas, North Carolina, Colorado, California. You know what? I can, my car can go anywhere I take it to, and I can afford the gas. I can adapt my business. My business used to be getting on airplanes. Then it was just working on the phone. Then now it's totally on Zoom, on video every day.
Yeah. But it gives you freedom. What are you doing today? You're closing the house, and where are you going?
Yeah, we're going to go to our home in Colorado. We have a chalet up in Winter Park, Colorado. We're closing. I'm so grateful for this business. I never like to brag, but we worked hard for it. My wife and I have worked hard for what we have, just like you have. And you have 3 magnificent children to show for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's true. And the thing about it is, are you going to let all the circumstances of the universe affect you? Are you going to be a victim all your life? Oh, poor me. Oh, I didn't know. It's the weather. It's God. It's politicians. It's this. And that. Or are you going to have control in your life?
You're going to take control.
Say, I'm going to take full. My one book. I think it's the Mentor Teaches Success, or the Rules of the Gut Sales Method, and it says you become free when you understand that you are responsible for your life.
Amen, brother. Amen. That's a hard truth. That's a hard truth.
People have it. I know some people have horrible stories, great challenges, and everything. I was talking about my dad. My dad. My mom and dad escaped World War II. Well, my mom after World War II. My dad during, came to the United States. Was so grateful to be here. Man doesn't speak English very well yet. He's going to night school, but he opens up a little grocery store in New York City, and as a result, I had a pretty good life. I always had food on the table, and now my kids have the benefit of all that. The thing about it is, are you gonna let the forces of the universe dictate your life, or are you going to take control and say, no, this is what I'm going to do? I'm going to, if nobody's buying horse and buggy carriages anymore, why are you still selling them? Maybe it's time to start and switch over to cars. I mean, there's always change going on.
Yeah. And it goes back to, like, no matter if the economy is doing good or if it's doing bad, there's certain things that people need, no matter what. People need food, shelter. And they need to communicate, and you need to find a way to provide for your families.
So you got to learn. There's a big thing here. Is almost an anti-education thing going on right now. Oh, I went to school. I owe all this money. Okay. Maybe you should have studied something that has a future. Okay, well, they don't need engineers anymore. Okay, well, then you switch your majors and find something else that you like. Now they do need engineers. We have an engineer shortage. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something to think about. So you have to adapt. You have to change. You have to be aware. We have all this media. We literally have the library of the universe on our desk, on our phones now. Okay.
But we choose to go on TikTok and watch cat videos. I mean, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can
wait a second. I like some of those cat videos. No, I'm kidding.
That's it. Every once in a while is good, but the point is that there's so much good stuff. Like, even if you go on this channel and you subscribe, the free content that you give out, it's better than, I would say, 80% of the sales training out there. Now, if you decide to really be, take success on your own hands and you want to invest like I did 5 years ago, that's a different story, because you put that on steroids.
Real estate, I'll talk a minute about real estate. I know it can go up. It's still going up. I'm asked every day, several times, Claude, how much longer can it go? And my answer is, I don't know. But I'm the tea leaves that I'm reading now says that it's still a pretty healthy supply and demand market. Interest rates are still low. The demand is still high and the supply is very low. So certain marketplaces will continue to rise. Okay. These are things, these are on a long-term basis. I've always seen real estate as the best investment I've ever had.
Yeah. Okay. Real estate is the vehicle. That's gonna set you free. Like for me, real estate was the one that gave me freedom.
Yeah.
I have the freedom now to, work on my terms, and knowing that, my lifestyle needs are covered, and I get to do what I'm passionate about, which is teaching people this skill set that changed my life, because I know it can.
How does someone get hold of you to learn the gut sales method? Because you and I both agree that all the programs, the real estate, walking on hot coals, network marketing, they all talk about making money. They hit that emotional chord. Don't you want your own business? You want the freedom, you want to make money. Okay, good. And then they give you the strategies and how to set it up and set up the corporation and your VAs and all the other stuff we always talk about. But they don't talk about the one thing, which you are so good at.
Because I have a good mentor. It's to talking to people, communicating and understanding the why people make decisions. Like
Sir,
the $1 million rule
talking
we're talking
today?
about.
Sir, what do you want to see happen? Sir, if I could solve your problem, if there was a solution to your problem, could we do business today? Do you have the money? Do you have the authority? Is the time frame good right now, or is it over? Boom. Very direct psychological and thespian skills combined together in a system. And how does someone, you're in Miami and
they can call my cell phone, 305-741-4350. I mean, one thing I learned is that you have to answer your own phone. I answer my own phone.
Why don't you tell folks what, we'll give your phone number one more time. It was
305-741-4350.
Yeah. Call this guy, talk to him. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn how to get on that phone, close people in one phone call, qualify them in one, get off in maybe 3 minutes,
because the salesman comes first,
or 1 to 3 minutes,
or 3 to 15. You never know.
You never know. The thing about it is, I always, no matter what business you're in, if you can be a persuader, if you can if you can talk to people. My daughter came to visit yesterday from LA, and we had to go down to Walmart. She had to buy some baby food. It's in short supply right now. She's helping out a friend who can't get baby food. Can still be bought in San Diego, but not in Los Angeles. It's amazing. And she knew she was going to be down here. And we're there in line with other people, and we're just talking. She's like me. She could talk to peeling wallpaper for 10 minutes. We're talking to all these people all over. And we talked with one man. He said he drove up from Tijuana. Another person came from LA just to this one store to get baby formula. And just conversation with people, and
talk to strangers. It's okay. It's okay to talk to strangers. It's totally fine. Forget about what you heard before. Like, you talk to strangers if you have, and you will be surprised of the amazing conversations you can have.
Yeah, exactly. And once if you have a good product or service, a business that you enjoy, that helps people, it's honest, it's legal, and you have good communication skills, and that can transpose itself to marketing too. What kind of marketing are you doing? Are you doing annoying marketing, or are you attracting people with valuable content?
Yes.
I think most marketing is annoying.
Speaking about valuable content, I think that you added there on the video description for them to book a call. They can book a call with myself. Go on my website, trueentrepreneur.com, or you can go to claudediamond.com. And also you have the God Sales Rules book, that it's one of the best readings you can ever have.
Yeah, it's the $1 million skill, and I think because it takes time, it takes practice, it takes creativity, it takes a lot of research. I have spent a lifetime researching the different psychological triggers that make people say yes. So I always say, why should someone buy from me today? Who am I? I'm a guy in his office here in San Diego. What makes me special? When I have competition out there that spends a lot more money than me, has a lot more employees and overhead and fancy offices and everything, why should someone work with me? Because maybe they like me, they trust me, maybe because of a social.
One word, accountability.
Yeah.
Because nobody else does this. Nobody else has a one-on-one accountability relationship where you have, I pick up my phone and you're going to answer. If it's a Saturday, Christmas Day, there's a deal in the making and it's an emergency, I'll call Uncle Claude, and guess what? And we're going to talk.
And even if I miss the call, we have different time zones. I might, God forbid, once in a while I'm sleeping or having dinner with my wife or something. I don't have the phone anatomically attached to my hand. I put it down, but I always get back to people really fast. And that's the accountability that people want. The thing about it is, to me, if you can learn how to be a persuader, you have unlimited income possibilities, unlimited. Why? Every business, every company always has a few people who win all the awards. They get all the trophies. They get the biggest commission checks. They tell their boss what to do because their boss needs them more than they need them. They're so free and independent. Every company has a few people like this. And it's always, what do they do differently? What do they have? Higher intelligence? Do they have superpowers? What is it that they do that makes them make unbelievable amounts of money? What are they doing different?
They understand the $1 million rule. And they're not afraid to talk to strangers.
Yeah.
They talk to people every day, and they have a healthy pipeline, and they do, they understand how to ethically persuade someone. And I have my son here who wanted to say hi.
Look at that good looking kid.
he's kind of shy right now, but
there goes your earpiece.
Yeah, no, there we go. There goes my earpiece. There goes his live stream. But anyway, we can do it anyway.
You can have lives of plenty if you know how to communicate. If you talk to a few people every day, I don't care what product, what business you're in, real estate, whatever. If you can talk to a few people every day, you can make magic happen. But you've got to have a system, and you can't read a script. You've got to speak to somebody. You got to learn to be spontaneous and creative, okay, and compelling. And so that people say, Felipe, I like what I heard you with Claude on YouTube. I wanted to call you. I want to find out how to become a better salesperson, how to double and triple my income. And that's the whole point. Focus on a system of sales and influence.
And that's part of what we talked in the beginning of this live stream, is challenging your assumptions. Like, just because a lot of people are going with something, let's say the traditional sales training, that it's, a lot about presentations, asking for the order 5 times, reading off a script that was written in the 90s. Just do the opposite. If your competition is doing it, do the opposite. And be accountable to yourself.
If your competition is doing it, make sure you stop doing it. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us.
Thank you,
Felipe. It was just a great opening question. Claude, what do you think about this recession? I don't care, because I have enough confidence in my ability to communicate with a tested system, so that real estate or whatever you sell, life insurance or widgets, you can survive.
Not only that, we have freedom.
Exactly.
Because when you understand the system, you have freedom.
There you go. Thanks for joining us, everybody.